Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Santa Barbara. I'm Forrest Lightberg. I'm honored to be your platform host today, and I'm sharing the platform with the wonderful Reverend Heidi Alfrey. And thank you, Heidi. And the glorious Reagan Thompson. Unity of Santa Barbara is a place of peace. We light our peace candle every Sunday as we affirm the peace that passes all understanding, a peace for all the world. We'd like today to acknowledge our wonderful musicians. Vocalist Lee Vance, welcome. Pianist John Douglas. Bassist Randy Tico. And drummer Renee Martinez. Thank you so much. Today, again, we have the phenomenal Reverend Heidi with a special message and warning to mind the gap. Sounds like another interesting topic, and we're all looking forward to hearing more about it and discovering what the gap is and how to mind it. So as we begin, let us remember, I ask you that you join me in speaking and affirming this truth. There is only one presence and one power in the universe, and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. Please stand and join in singing. Please find your people.
You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel alright, the kind that make you wanna stay all night. You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel whole, that won't leave your side when you lose control, the ones that don't let you lose your soul. You gotta find your people, the ones that get the joke, who get what you're saying for a word is spoke. You gotta find your people that put the needle in the groove. When you're together, you got nothing to prove. When you're together, you got nothing to lose. In a world full of strangers, you don't know who to trust. All you see is a danger, trying to find what you lost. You can't go it alone, everybody needs help. You gotta find your people, then you find yourself. You gotta find your people that'll call your bluff, who ride along when the road is rough. You gotta find your people, the ones that think equal. They pick you up and don't put you down, help you find your way in your lost and found. In a world full of strangers, you don't know who to trust. All you say is a danger, trying to find what you lost. Ooh, you can't go it alone, everybody needs help. You gotta find your people, then you find yourself. The ones that understand you, the ones that lay ahead of you, the ones that don't demand anything of you. You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel alright, that tell you the truth and wish you well. You gotta find your people, then you find yourself. You gotta find your people, then you find yourself.
fun song. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Lee. So while you're still standing, I'd like to invite you. Please say hello to those around you and connect with your Unity family. All right. All right. Well, while you're still standing, no, no, I'm just kidding, but please sit, please sit. This brings us to our daily word. Our daily word today is glory. I am blessed to be part of the glory of God. I am a spiritual being, a glorious expression of God. As I live more fully into my divine nature, I better recognize my unity with life. Looking around me, I see the beautiful diversity of humanity. I also appreciate the vast variety of the creatures on earth. Whether of earth, sky, or water, all creatures are glorious components of the universe. I give thanks for each one. I turn my attention inward. The glory of God is within me and is an inner kingdom where beautiful and loving thoughts live. Kindness, warm memories, inspired motivation, and peace. As I bring my attention to the realm of my consciousness, I create within me a world of majesty, splendor, and wonder that I also find in the world around me. As I do, I discover the glory of God everywhere. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Psalm 19:1. So now is the time we also welcome all of our in-person and online guests today. We've been blessed to have viewers in so many states and countries. Thank you again for joining us. If you're viewing online, you may please leave comments and receive a free gift at unitysb.org/free gift. But to all of you who are actually here in the sanctuary, please invite your family, invite your friends, wherever they are to join, whether it's virtually or in person. If they can't be here in person again, they can join online. And also, we do know today Oak Cottage Memory Care is watching, as they do every week. Let's give Catrice and all our friends there at Oak Cottage a big shout out and send them our love and blessings. So today is also Friendship Sunday. Has anyone brought a friend here today, or is anyone here for the very first time? If you are, you could stand up, please. Welcome. We want to say welcome and thank you for coming. A greeter, Clifton, is our usher slash greeter, and he's standing right in the center there. He's available to escort you to the welcome table after the service, where you can learn all about the First Unity gift package at the table and answer any of your questions. Lunch is also on us for first-timers, so please join us post-service. Our youth are also here today in the community room. They're participating in our youth ministry program. The Knox School is also back in session during the week every single day. Interact Theater Arts School is also back, so the laughter and the joy of children fills this campus all throughout the week. And so next, I'd like to ask us all to please join for our community blessing. This space is a sanctuary of peace where hearts are open and souls are set free. We grow in love, rooted in purpose, and uplifted by spirit. Bless Unity of Santa Barbara, today, tomorrow, and always, in all ways, namaste. We believe here in the power of prayer and offer prayer support. So prayer chaplains, if you will please stand. Prayer chaplains who are present today, thank you so much. They are happy to support you in confidential prayer, but there is also an even more confidential level, which is the prayer request box across the sanctuary here in the atrium. Chaplains are available, though, after the service, so please feel free to approach them for any needs you may have. And please don't forget, during the week, our Shirley Campbell Chapel is open for prayer. I remember when we called it the Shirley Campbell Chapel about 3 or 4 years ago. So now Lee will sing an original song. Thank you so much. It's by John Douglas. John Douglas is our beautiful pianist today. The song is entitled In My Silence, and we'll do this in preparation of our meditation. Thank you.
When it's somewhere near the dawn, when my thoughts are set free, when my voices are silent, that's when it comes to me, a whisper so fleeting as it's retreating. I know in my silence it's ever part of me. In the silence, gentle thoughts whisper, no need to hide behind presence of armor or fear and foolish pride. We seek to be happy, free as we can be. If love is the question, the answer is inside. When my mind is finally still, that's when I cease to be captive with my emotions, my heart of refugee. Each quiet moment, a lifetime inspires. Each moment a prelude to deep serenity. Mr. John Douglas wrote that.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. We're going to move into our meditation together. So let us begin. Let us begin by starting to close our eyes and take some slow, gentle, deep, relaxed, purifying breaths. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. These beautiful breaths that we are now calling in the presence, the blessing of the Divine Mother coming into our breath, coming into our bodies, coming into our hearts. Feel that your breath is being filled and infused with the Divine Mother. She's here now. This nourishing, beautiful, maternal energy coming into your heart to bring in so much beautiful, pure, divine love. This love that is so beautiful and so pure and so vibrant that all it wants to do is fill your heart, to cleanse your heart of anything that's been stored here that has not known this love as of yet. So as you breathe out, feel that you're breathing out what is not of this blessed divine love of the Mother, of the Divine Mother. Perhaps for some of you, you can even feel there's some part of yourself now that is coming forward that maybe did not experience this type of love as a child. And it is true that every part of us, whether we are 12 right now or 50 or 85, it does not matter, deserves to feel this love, and it is not too late. So see if you can feel that this love that has entered into your heart is now moving beyond your heart. It is moving into every crevice, every space, every place inside your body. It's moving into your blood, your bones, your organs. It's moving into your entire energy system. This nourishing, loving, maternal love, holding every part of you, every bit of you, no matter what has ever happened, no matter what you've ever been a part of, feeling this nourishing cradling of your energy system, of your entire being right now. See that you can feel it and you can sense it, that is in a form of light. If you haven't already seen this light, see it now. Your whole body is being filled with white diamond crystal light. You're being invited to let it move and travel through your whole system, around your body, around your temple, below your feet if you so choose, below your feet, through the layers of the earth, all the way down, 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 moving the light below your feet, down through the earth, all the way to the center of the earth now, the heart of the earth. The Divine Mother is directing you to go there because this is where you'll find your first moment of self. This is not what you are somewhat available to reach or access right now. It is actually where you reside. It is who you are. We are a part of the heart of the earth. Your energy system is feeling the connection now, your body, your being, your soul, in connection to the center of the earth. Feel that right now there's a pulsating, vibrating, high-frequency light that is beginning to move up from the center of the earth, up like a channel of light, back up through the layers of the earth, back up all the way back under your feet, through your legs, this beautiful white light, this beautiful light moving all the way through your body, back into your heart it goes. Feel now that all you need to do is breathe. This pulsating, beautiful light of the Mother, of the Divine Mother in connection to your home, earth, the heart of the earth, pulsating in a high frequency, grounding, purifying light within your heart. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply, letting every breath leave your body, letting go of everything that is not of that nourishing, loving, divine love of the Mother. If you find yourself feeling any feelings move, any energy rise, let it go now. Let yourself be so loved, so held, in a way that you've never allowed it before. Let yourself be healed. Let yourself remember that you are not separate from this love. This love is who you are. Take one last slow, deep breath. Thank you so much for joining in this meditation. God bless you all.
When my mind is finally still, that's when I cease to be captive to my emotions, my heart a refugee in each quiet moment. Lifetimes transpire, evenly prelude to deep serenity.
I'd like to welcome Reverend Heidi Alfrey. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So you find your people and you find yourself. Isn't that cool to know? I think that's why I come to a Unity community. Y'all have helped me find myself. And some of those parts of myself I didn't want to find. But I'm really, really grateful to be with this community. You all show up here to discover new things about yourself and how to be in your life and how to love the people in your life, especially the ones you love and the ones you that kind of irritate you too. You know, did y'all ever see that the rocks that you put and you shake them up and they become softer and shinier? And I have relationships like that. Maybe through Unity you don't have those, but it's really an interesting opportunity to see who you become on your spiritual path. So I'm really, really glad to be with you all. I'm Reverend Heidi Alfrey. I used to be the minister here for a couple years during COVID, and I'm still happy to see people without masks, and I'm still happy to see people that come in here together. And welcome to all of you online. It's a new world. I've been with Unity about 40 years. The camera was something, you know, you put up, maybe you put up a little phone to see what's going on for the 2 or 3 people that would be home. And now we've got a whole community online. So it's an amazing experience of being you and going through all the changes that are going on around you in this lifetime that we have, and seeing who you are becoming through a bit of pruning of oneself to be in your experience of life and feel really happy about it, rather than, gosh, I just wish this person would change or this thing would change, or You don't have to do the weather would change around here. But my friend from Chicago just wrote me this morning and said, this is our first snow. I went, oh, I'm so happy for you. Yeah, that's, it's just lovely. So this morning's talk is Mind the Gap. And here's a image of Mind the Gap that maybe you've seen somewhere in the world. It's a picture. Let's go back just to the picture. There you go. Okay, so where do you see this sign in the world?
Subway.
A subway, yes. And where might that subway be? In London, yeah. It's certainly in London, and that thing is called the Tube. I think it's a perfect name for a little train that runs around in a tube. So, but the thing is, they will say Mind the Gap. I lived there, maybe 20 years ago, and the door would open, and you'd hear Mind the Gap. And for an American, you're sort of, So I just look around when I don't know and see what other people are doing. And everyone, of course, is trying to pay attention to this space between the train and the ground. And so pay attention to this space, because if you don't, you're going to fall in it, and you're going to look like all the other crazy Americans. So pay attention. So the idea of minding something is really our opportunity to live in the moment, of paying attention to what's happening. And this gap, here we can do the next slide, is between this person that you are today and this person that you want to be. And you kind of figure out who you want to be by doing the things that you don't feel so good about. I mean, it's really this practice of, I believe we all want to be the kindest, most generous version of ourselves. Wouldn't that be true? And I wonder how we get stuck in the place of us that isn't kind, or the place of us that is in the world going me against the world. Remember the song, You and Me Against the World, right? It can feel like that, but that's not the truth of our existence at all. So I'm going to talk about the gap this morning, and I want you to reflect on a place that you would like to, it might be even someone you admire in the world, and these qualities that you'd like to bring into your life, and just notice that there is a journey between being this person that's available and kind and doing the things in your life that you really love, or this person that's kind of learned, like a lot of us learned, money doesn't grow on trees. If you do what you love, you're never going to make enough money, and people are out there to hurt you, or the world, you can't trust the world. And if you turn on the news, everybody's fighting with everybody for no really good reason. We've been lost. We're lost in the place of who we really are. When Reagan's doing that meditation, there's a part of me that's like, if I feel too much love, I'm not going to get out of this chair. I'm just going to sit right there and feel the love, right? But there is a part of us, how do we balance the peaceful part of us and the action part of us? And that, to me, is the gap that we're closing. Because I can leave here with so many affirmations and things in my head, and somebody can cut me off, and I'll be like, ugh. Even the runners this morning were bugging me. I mean, do y'all get that? Like, okay, I should be more athletic, but can I just get down the street? And there's this irritation that comes up in me, and it's like, what's happening? What's going on with me that there's this experience of, rather than look at all these people running, to be like, ugh, I'm inconvenienced. Anybody else go through that? No, it's just you, Heidi. Yeah, so no, we all do this. And I want to recognize that there is in me the peaceful part that allows me to do the thing I want to do. Okay, so we got to have a joke here because it gets way too serious. So there was a church, a very vibrant group, spiritual community, and right next to this community, a bar opens. A bar where at night they're drinking, they're laughing, they're carrying on. Different kind of church. And there's trash and there's stuff, so when the church people come on Sunday morning, it's just a mess. And they're like, we hate that this bar's opened up. And so there's a prayer group that starts for the bar to go out of business. Not your most effective prayer. But you can see, there's people you'd like to leave the planet. There's things that you'd like to be different. And we get to so the idea is these church people are really triggered because they want things to be the way they were. Does everybody want that somehow? I look back at those pictures of me and, traveling around, not knowing much of anything. I go, oh, gosh, that carefree person would be nice, but I've learned so much, right? So the idea is that we're experiencing this life like these people in this church. I want this bar to go away. So in about a couple weeks, something happened where the bar caught on fire and burned down. And the bar people take the church to court and sue them for the power of their prayer to have the bar burned down. So the judge is very confused because he's like, I'm confused here. The bar people seem to really believe in the power of prayer, and the church people, who have denied all responsibility for this burning down, do not. So this is part of our opportunity, right, is to look at this part of us that this is wrong, this has to go. The bar did go, but who's happy here? Who's won? Who's really feeling like, ooh, God's coming through all of us? Nobody wins in this sense of I'm wrong, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong, we're both. However it is, we really want to close this gap. And when we do, it is an amazing feeling of freedom. It's an amazing feeling of oneness. It's amazing to, even though we are separate, we really are one. And it's so valuable in times when people are arguing, and pretty soon you're in it. And I don't want to be in the argument because it hurts me. So I want to reflect on closing this gap for my own, so I can be nicer in the world. So I can be the person that even when the lyrics aren't up in the song, it's supposed to be sung by the congregation, and I have to go back and put up the lyrics. It's funny to me, the stuff that upsets me. Isn't it weird, the stuff that upsets you? It is for me. So you all have been very, very patient with me as I talked about my mom, who's been a real teacher for me in my life in many ways. She's now my grammar angel. When I get mixed up with the you and the me in a sentence, I'll go, okay, Mom. She comes right through with the right grammar, right through. But I was with her when she took her last breath. And and it's a very odd experience, right? It's odd to be with anyone when they take their last breath, but your mom, it was fascinating to see this woman that I had really constructed a lot of myself around, what you wear, how you speak, what you say, what's a good girl, what's not a good girl, and all of this experience of knowing me as kind of a person that did a lot of things for people's approval. And we all have, right, in our relationships, in our work. And to discern you, rather than the you that wants to make you happy, is closing that gap. We can be kind without throwing ourselves under the bus. And it's quite an experience of spirituality. It's quite an experience, Shirley, to have your name on a chapel, right? And you've been able to just really embrace that. She's been in Unity 90 plus years, right? I mean, she has got the light going on. I'm sitting here talking to her about something, we should try this more. And I'm looking at her like, you know a lot of stuff, don't you? I can see the light coming through. She doesn't have to say anything. She's living it. She has closed the gap, in my opinion. Because there's really, your presence is magical. It's wonderful. And we all have that in us, the ability to just be present and get things done, because that's where I get a little confused. All right, so I've witnessed people. So the passing of my mom really helped me realize, as you all that every moment is, we are not making it through and going to be here forever. And I know some people like, thank God. But right, there will be an ending to your body and your experience of being here. So we want to just bring a source, this joy, close this gap as much as we can. All right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of an exercise here in case you're feeling sleepy already. Is one way to close your gap is to hum. Isn't that weird? I call a friend of mine to pray. She goes, I'll be humming for you all day. I'm like, great. I don't even, wonderful people. But let's just do row, row, row your boat. We're going to hum, and I want you to notice that vibrationally, humming brings you right here, okay? You don't hum into the future. Can you do row, row, row your boat? Do you know what? Okay, but we're really going to be humming. Okay, so we all hum on the same thing. All right, here we go. Okay, stop and feel your inners. Feel your inners, right? you know, you have created this vibration from your humming that can bring you into this sense of, I'm here. This is my moment. This is my vibration. No one can do this but me, for me. And these little things that can bring you into a sense of, I could be kinder in this situation. I could be more loving, and I want to be, because it's my life purpose to experience a sense of completeness of myself in this situation. We were talking about Randy, is it Lee? And being in a relationship. And how to really, I've had people I've been in a relationship with where I start to write things. They go, what are you writing on? I said, I'm writing down what I really like about you. Because I want to remember what I really like about you and not the things I don't like about you. And it's great to see how you're changing. Any reason where any of us are unkind to one another is because we haven't been loved enough. We haven't been held enough. We haven't have the feeling of security enough, so I can just be nice anytime. You know, this is what Jesus, our brother, was teaching. I mean, if he was teaching anything, he was teaching close the gap, right? He would see people. Here's the Samaritan woman. I've got it written down in case I don't quote the Bible correctly. She shows up. She's there during the middle of the day, Samaritan woman getting water from the well. And Jesus is there. You know, he's not concerned about what time it is because she should have come earlier and all these kind of things. It's the middle of the day. You shouldn't be getting water. And she says to him, you're a Jew and I'm a Samaritan. How can you ask me for a drink? Jesus asked for a drink. And he says, if you knew the gift of God and who it is that asked you for a drink, you would have asked him and he would have given you living water. See, she's trying to close the gap of this woman that has a story, Samaritan, we don't get along with the Jewish people, I shouldn't be out here at this time of day. All this is going on, and Jesus just said, could I have a drink? And she's like, okay, well, let me tell you my story. I got a lot of stories going on here. I'm a Samaritan, I shouldn't be here, I'm not married, I don't, all these things. And he's saying, really, we're just here with this water. And if you keep coming back with this story and getting water and going back, you're always going to be thirsty. He says, if you drink from this living water, that is what I'm talking to you about, you'll never be thirsty. And he's helping her close the gap. He's helping her understand there's all these stories about who you are, but who you truly are is this person that's going to sit there probably with somebody that dies someday. Who you truly are is a person like Bill got me into working with Showers for Blessings. And standing there with people that are homeless and realizing we're not any different. We're not any different. And who does that help? That helps me. That helps me realize I don't deserve a life that I have. I want to appreciate it. And then I want to be able to extend that experience as I close the gap to everyone that needs some time. There was a lady on the curb in Ventura, and she had her sign up, and she was, I think she was a veteran and all kinds of things, and she's standing out there, and so I had a bar I gave her, and then I looked in my car, I had 3 hats. I'm like, would you like a hat? And she said, yeah, and I said, this one has a little thing, and maybe you're gonna go hiking later in the day, I don't know, but you could have this hat. And she was laughing, and she said, that's perfect. Now, if I hadn't closed the gap and made it like she's bad and this is ridiculous and this is her job and I'm just going to keep her here if I give her whatever, I would have lost the whole thing of, you want a hat? Do you see how important our closing the gap is for our ability to be present? It's dangerous to step into that gap and off the tube, and it's dangerous for us not to stop and say, how am I going to grow into this visualization I have? When I think of who I admire, and I'd like you to reflect on someone you admire. I mean, I'm standing right here. I had to do that. Came to me last night. Anyway, but the point is, if you think of someone you admire and you think about what you really admire are the qualities in that person that you also want to attain. And one of the people that I've admired so much in my life is Oprah. She's a few years younger than I am, and I've watched her go through this closing the gap of who she is right in front of all of us. And in 1989, I went to her show in Chicago, and she was obese. She was so big. I remember she came up, and she actually put the microphone, she was talking to somebody in front of me, the row, and the person's down the stage, and she was so big, I couldn't see the person down on the stage, but I also understood as she was coming up the stairs, she wasn't happy. She had this job that she wanted, but she hadn't closed the gap enough to align with what she'd manifested. Isn't that weird when you manifest maybe the person you want to be with, or a place you want to live, or a community that you love, and then you're the niggly one around, but that person shouldn't be here, and really she shouldn't be here, and he's not doing a very good job with the garden, and oh my gosh. And you see, it starts going, so we want to close the gap of you being present for what's going on in your life. The lady that needs the hat, everybody needs to be here in their seat, and we learn how to go out in the world and be more available to people, even the ones that you don't like. You can just listen to them, then you can walk off, but at least you gave them your own time. All right, now, so what Oprah said at the beginning, as she was growing, this thing started, and some of you told me you were going to do this on Sunday morning. I watched Super Soul Sunday, and I was like, okay, but you could have come to church. And then people, oh, I'm watching Super Soul Sunday. Oh, I watched it because in those days people didn't really record it. I'm like, I can tell you where you should have been on Sunday morning. You should have been here. So Oprah and I were kind of having this thing, right? Like everybody was watching Super Soul Sunday. I'm like, you should see, we got Super Soul Sunday going on right here. Come. But this was how this church thing started changing. People were watching online. People were getting spiritual information online. And everything has changed. Damn it. It's not the same as when I was 20 and 30 and 40. And we are all closing the gap probably on some of our, maybe even frustration about people who are home watching. And we love you guys in your pajamas and all over the world. It's great. But you recognize it's just different. So we get to continue to close the gap so we can live this life that we're born to live. And we're not like the people there at the church mad about the bar. They probably missed the joy of the church that day when they were praying for the bar to go down, the bar to burn down. So we see how Oprah, just as one of the many beings that's closed the gap, from what I observed with her today, is that she really is very aligned with who she is. Rather than a really overweight person that looked tired, she has come into her own. And when I go and visit these church groups, because I go to Fort Lauderdale and Chicago, where I used to be the minister, and see all these wonderful people, just like all of you here in these New Thought communities, you've evolved. You've closed the gap. You've brought things into your life that you really wanted, and you learned how to be nice to the people in your life because it helps you. And if you get stuck in your sense of frustration or something's wrong, then you can do a number of things. You can hum. It's good. I'm going to go hum for you. I'll be back. I'm humming for me. We do our meditation. It was so beautiful today. Going out in nature. We are nature. You forget that, but you are nature. You are just like that flower. You're coming, you're blossoming, and you're going. And it's okay. But if we miss the exquisiteness of your life, it's at the end of the day, you're like, well, I just didn't quite I didn't believe that I could be this person. And you are that person that is so present and so alive, and it's beautiful to not have to say, I want to be over there, and I'm here. So I want to tell y'all about one of your friends that you know well, and her name is Peggy Haskell. And so I had tickets last night. We got to have real life stories here. I was going to go. I had tickets to the Psychedelic Symphony, which sounds right up my alley, doesn't it? So I had bought tickets for the Psychedelic Symphony, and then I sort of didn't see. I was speaking on Sunday, and I thought, Heidi, you're going to drive. You're going to wear yourself out, which is what I can do, and that doesn't allow for a decent Sunday talk. So I decided I'm just going to give these tickets to somebody. I called Russ, and he and I were going to go, and he's like, I'm tired too. And I'm like, oh, darn it. So then I thought, who is a person that really celebrates their life and is all into whatever's going on? And I thought, it's Peggy, and she's got this lovely boyfriend, Dr. Jim, now. You get to be Peggy's boyfriend. You do understand. It's okay. Anyway, so the point is, Jim, I'm totally kidding you. I called Peggy, and I said, listen, I've got these tickets. They're at the Granada Theater. And she said, is it for Psychedelic Symphony? I just got off the phone with them, and I was wondering if they had any tickets, and you've got tickets, and you're going to give me your tickets? And I'm like, yeah. Of course. Let me just feel like I'm generous for just a minute here. But it was so interesting to see how she has closed the gap on her expectation of those tickets coming. Do you see that? I called. I was like, thought this was going to be a long conversation. And, oh, gosh, how nice of you. No, I was just waiting for you to call. I'm like, all right. But this is how it works, right? When we close the gap, we expect good to happen. We thank the universe in advance. We get excited, and that's why people come up to you and say, how are you doing? It's like, I'm creating. I'm closing my gap. I'm getting to a place where I'm just excited about my future personality, whatever that is. I'm excited about this soul that I'm becoming. And I'll tell you, the thing that I was offering here, and I'll offer it next year again, that makes space for grace, another thing you could do is to turn on some music and move yourself into a kinder mind. Especially if you're a person that watches the news much. You might need to, get yourself into a kindness dance after that, because our nervous system gets really affected by this right and wrong world. Okay, kids. So we come into these communities, everybody says, change your thoughts, change your life. I'm like, oh, this should be easy. This shouldn't take long. So here I am 40 years later saying it is a journey, and I've changed so many thoughts. I feel so much different about death. I feel so much different about life, but it's because of these teachings and because of each one of you. And let's just have a moment of gratitude. Just go into your heart for a moment and reflect on this community and how they are here for you. They're always here for you, and you are here for them. And we hold that space of how sacred and precious it is to have a community. You found your people, and now we find ourselves. Thank you, Spirit, for all of these awakenings and the ability to be God on this planet, right here and right now, closing that gap. And so it is. Love y'all. Yay.
Walk me over this horizon. Let the sunlight warm my face. Once again the times are changing. Once again I'd lost my way. All the words of ancient poets fall like dust upon my shoes. Greed has robbed me of my vision, turned my heart from higher truth. So take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe and all above. Take my heart to higher ground. I have walked too long in darkness. I have walked too long alone, blindly clutching fists of diamonds that I found were only stones. I would trade the wealth of ages for a warmer hand to hold. The path of light is narrow, but it leads to streets of gold. So take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe take my heart to higher ground. In this world we move in shadows, never sure of what we see. While the truth abides between us, come and share the truth with me. So take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe and all about. Take my love to higher
So beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. Beautiful. So now is the time that we acknowledge that we live in a true prosperity consciousness, knowing that as Charles Fillmore, the father of unity, taught, we shall serve for the joy of serving. Prosperity shall flow to us and through us in unending streams of plenty. We affirm this flow with our tithes and offerings and give freely of our time, talent, and treasures. As we know that we are Unity of Santa Barbara, our spiritual home and community, there are many ways to give. Please feel free to select the one of your convenience and of your choosing. We also have a special request from a dear friend, and I'm sorry, I don't see that here. So I'm gonna skip to the next. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's a video. Great. Okay. Great. Okay. Never mind. Forgive me. So, back to it. As we prepare to give our tithes and offerings, whatever amount you're guided to give, please take it in your hearts and hands and bless it with your love. Let yourself feel grateful to God in you as your one source. Join Lee and the Unity Band as we sing Rivers of Grace and as we share our offerings and tithes. Thank you.
Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come into the healing rivers, rivers of grace, flowing down, down, down to my soul. Sing with me. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Love shines in the healing rivers, rivers of grace, flowing down, down, down to my soul. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace. Forgiveness flows in these rivers, rivers of grace, flowing down, 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 down to my soul. Last time, come on, everybody. Come bathe in the healing rivers, rivers of grace. Come drown in the healing rivers, the rivers of grace. Drown in the healing rivers, rivers of grace, flowing down, down, down to my soul, flowing down, down, down to my soul, flowing down, down to my soul.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So will the ushers please come forward? Please, everyone, join me in our prosperity blessing as we receive these gifts. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we share, and all that we receive. Thank you. So, I'd like to share a few announcements today. We have some exciting things coming up that we'd love to share with you. We want to remind you to sign up for our e-newsletter to receive the Unity of Santa Barbara newsletter by email. This will keep you up to date about all the upcoming programs and events and opportunities to get involved, to deepen your engagement with the community here. We'd like to also share about the Wings Bookstore, which is right over here. You will find a book or a gift for yourself or a loved one. You may drop in today or during the week. We're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Today is a buffet Sunday, so we actually have a delicious Indian cuisine buffet courtesy of Kathy Henry, Lainey Takadand, who are our lovely kitchen angels. Thank you so much. Next Sunday is Potluck Sunday, so if you would like to participate, please see Patricia Folk and sign up at the welcome table across from these sliding glass doors on my left, your right. Again, please mark your calendars. Next Sunday, we have a Unity favorite, T.J. Woodward, with a special message, and actually he's doing a workshop following our next town hall, which is also next Sunday, November 16th at 11:30 a.m. There are a lot of things we have to share with you. Actually, being on the board and hearing about the discussions on the board level, there are some exciting things to share with you as well, and some things that are going quite well. So please join us at that time at 11:30 next Sunday. It'll be a really, really good event to learn more about the organization, how things are going. So the fourth Sunday, November 23rd at noon, beautiful Reagan Thompson will be sharing her rapid healing with mantra and meditation. Reagan, if you would please share about that with us. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you. They asked me to share a few words in regards to this workshop that I've been bringing in for the last months. It's really an opportunity to dive deep, as we did during meditation today, in a more immersive form for an hour and a half, right? So what we just did today, something like that, including also getting to dive into some ancient Sanskrit mantra. If you have never chanted mantra, as a healing modality, as a healing tool, it's probably one of the most profound ways to rapidly purify your energy system. As ancient Sanskrit, it's actually backed by the potency and the prayer of that specific mantra you're chanting for thousands of years that it's been chanted. So meaning that any mantra that you chant that is ancient in nature has the energy and the profundity and the power of anyone and everyone who's ever chanted it before. So if you have a mala practice, you can imagine what it does for your system. Each mantra can do beautiful, different types of wonderful things for your energy system as far as protection, healing, purification, cleansing, rejuvenating, vitality, all kinds of cool stuff. One of the greatest reasons why I think it's excellent to enter into a class like this right now, or a workshop, especially right now, is because we have entered into the golden age. We're in the ascension process of Mother Earth at this time. So what's happening right now is that there's a new frequency of light coming into our planet. So as that happens, the ascension process is not separate from you, it's actually happening within you. So as we change, as the earth changes, as the ascension process happens, as the great awakening of the world continues, so do we. And so it's really important to get into healing work, if you so choose, that helps you to keep meeting the new frequency, right? The new vibration that's coming in. So rather than kind of getting like rocked by it, and be like, what's going on with this person, and what's going on with me, and I'm feeling all these changes inside me, you start to move with the change. You start to meet that frequency. So as you do that energy work, that light work, your frequency shifts, it up levels, it moves with the time of what's happening on our planet, and it really is such a glorious time. So I do find that folks who enter into the meditation mantra workshop leave feeling very blissed out, very alive, very awake, and they go back into their worlds and they're able to bring that into their world. So I hope to see you there. Yes, it's this month. It's usually the fourth Sunday, I believe, of every month, and we'll be in this room together. So thank you so much, everyone. God bless.
Thank you so much, Reagan. So, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Reverend Heidi, for another wonderful message. Thank you, Reagan Thompson, for your beautiful meditation. We also, in closing here, shortly in closing, would like to thank everyone who donated to the Help Unity Jamaica cause. We collected $380 that we will send there this week. If you have a last-minute donation, please drop it off at the welcome table across from these sliding glass doors and write Jamaica on the envelope that you leave there. Remember, there are so many amazing things happening here at Unity Santa Barbara. We're so happy you've chosen this as your spiritual home for a reason or a season. And please, let's join hands and sing our peace song. Please join me in the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.